happened, and then we can probably each quickly run through each character, make sure remember who each other are, kind of what each other look like, and then we can get into it. So you start off as volunteers with your beatings and slave trainings, being sent into weird worlds to haul back goods and resources, and you all kind of survived out of a much larger group and have bonded together. Then you were sent here by ship to Hot Springs Island. You got a magical brand that if you don't meet some unnamed quota in an unnamed amount of time, things are going to go real bad for you. Who wants to kind of run through what's happened since you got here?
I can give it a shot.
Okay, yeah.
Go for it. You volunteer.
If I recall correctly, we washed up on the shore after Marty attempted some heroics out at sea, which resulted in us having a corpse by us, in addition to the corpse that was already there. I believe that we found some chainmail on that, wandered briefly into the woods, found a talking tree that wants a fork. It insists it is not a mermaid. We then met a super cool ogre who is our friend for life now. He said, hey, we can be buds, but I need you to do us a favor, and you have an option of one of two. We chose the one that involved fighting a boar to the death. The boar was gigantic. Marty was... We sure did. Mostly Ja did, and the thing chased him through a series of traps that it ignored, then fell off a cliff and died ignobly at the bottom. If I recall correctly, at that point, we went back to hang out with the ogres some more. I think we looted the dude's cave, got a whole bunch of weapons that we brought back to them. We then, ate every plant on the island, I think, from north to south. I think we just literally ate every flower we found, and some of them gave us superpowers. And then
some are explosive.
I wasn't around for the explosive. Oh, the flint moss. That is
flint moss, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And last I remember, we found a field of additional flowers that bloomed in fire. And I think that's when we stopped. And my guy came to some disturbing conclusions vis-a-vis his elven heritage, which might cause everyone to be a little... what do the kids say? They might be saying sus.
Miffed.
I think that's what what's that?
Miffed.
Miffed?
A little miffed.
I thought we were still... Are we no longer referencing Amogus or Among Us or whatever that is?
We're well past that, sir.
Yeah. Isn't that like a cultural phenomena at this point?
Past.
I still hear the occasional sus, but
oh, good.
Fading out.
I've heard sus. I don't know what you mean by Mugus.
The Amogus goods, the imposterites, the guys in the vents.
It's definitely not poggers.
Right. It's
oh man.
It is the opposite of based as well, I believe, which is
not based.
Yeah, pinnacled? I don't know.
Not based.
Apex?
Not poggers. Big cringe.
Big cringe. That's right. Cringe is the opposite of based. I forgot.
Correct.
Nice. I'm
I'll be here
40.
for the Zoomer crossover.
Somebody translate Zoomer to old man for me.
I got you. Based.
Yeah.
Very original.
Based, I know.
Okay.
Based, I've heard.
Original.
Poggers
bold.
is, I think, just amazing.
Yeah, Poggers is just cool.
Amazing.
Okay, so yes, that's covers a lot of what happened. I don't know why.
And then we were in a boat, and I wasn't with you guys for the last session, where I believe that you found
that's right.
Portals.
Teleportal circle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll take us there in a second. So you guys crashed off this north side of the island up here. You came down, met your tree friend over here in 2. You kind of done this nice loop, had a bridge building journey through the lava fields and stuff, and then we built a boat, and then immediately abandoned it. So you got fast travel for 1 hex. it works out. Discovered a recipe for moss graffiti paint, which immediately came in useful unexpectedly. And yeah, you've kind of learned that there's some kind of not so nice man or not so nice male being inside the volcano with his volcano friends, which include centaur, obsidian giants, and their little obsidian armies that follow them around. Yeah, you made friends with the night ogres. Actually, like kind of earn their trust through all your fun with the boar and all that good stuff. So, then we got to the teleportation area, which
It's
you
23, I
remember.
think.
Yeah.
Is
You're right.
Ceviche the dude inside the ogre?
Ceviche.
What do they call?
Ceviche?
What is his name though? No, really. There's like the obsidian god dude. There's
Magog?
there's Magog who we think is super cool and can use revenge magic, which I think is the best type of magic. But then there's the guy that he hates. Who's the guy that he hates? He like has all the imp guys.
Wow, I'm pretty sure it's Savrock, but I don't remember how to pronounce his name.
I don't know
feel like I'm
why.
saying
I don't know why I think his name's Ceviche, but it is now obviously.
the
Acid
faction
cooked
as a
fish
whole is called the
man.
Fugonauts. I know that. I remember that.
Fugonauts, right?
How do you pronounce his name? Savarku.
Savarku.
That's
Okay,
close enough, yeah.
Yeah, I have to
That's
say, I
pretty
think I was
good.
pretty spot on. to be
It's
fair
pretty
to me.
close.
All right, so so when we traveled to Hex 23 here, we landed on, or because we were told you could default to like one of the like sub hidden hexes or hidden places within the hex, and you came to this teleportation circle, just like pretty much out in this clearing in the middle of a forest or the jungle, and a lot of last session was spent kind of testing each portal, see where it went. Each one has kind of a distinct feel, and then also a distinct location. And I'll kind of let you guys talk through all those, but the most important for you, Zernak, is the 9 o'clock teleportation circle goes to a
10:30.
10:30, sure.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. I know what a clock looks like. It goes to a hill, like a sandy hill, and kind of probably would have been 50 feet tall if she was not kind of buried from the waist down. And when you went through that portal, you felt magically kind of energized, like just that you could like cast all day, and
Jeez.
you felt empowered, certainly, and
Well,
a little of that is lingering right now. But so that's the only one we know where the location is, just because like the area is a little more open. You can kind of see where you are on the map, judging by like what you can see in the surroundings. I believe for all other locations, we don't yet know where the location is yet on the map compared to where you are now.
what is that number for the naked elf statue?
Oh, can you see the text on there?
Oh, HS13. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so if we go back to the map,
Oh wow, we were already up there.
yeah, so this isn't the place of ways down here in HS23, and then to go around.
We also knew where the one at 12 o'clock was. It says it's HS10 in my notes.
Okay.
It's a jungle. I don't remember what we did there.
There was a statue.
So that was the broken, shorter basalt tower. It's kind of like broken down, and it had like electricity sparking off of it occasionally, like lightning. And you guys went inside and just kind of found like a small bag of
Fine opalescent powder Well, we found a red lacquered box with final blessing powder and an old cloth sack with 7 ogre tusks and 10-ish crushed broken spheres.
That's
Or
it.
cold.
Yeah. So you said that one was HS10.
Yes, according to my notes.
I do remember wanting to go to the floating tower,
Okay.
which is one of the portals we looked at.
So you had gone through the portal to the blue tower,
That's the one.
which is on the side of a rocky hill. This tower is over 70 feet tall, and it's just this deep blue color with swirls of some kind of precious materials that look white or gold in it. And that's where you had kind of, where we left off, you had kind of just climbed up into, there was a stairway up to a set of these tall white doors over 10 feet tall. And one of them was broken down, and so you guys had, Jaw had climbed up there and peered in, and we left on a cliffhanger.
Okay.
That's right. Did we even see what was inside when we?
Nope.
Okay.
So before we get started, is there anything else to recap, or is that pretty good for everybody?
We missed. Wait, something happened. I feel like we missed the ship or something.
Okay, yeah. So
scars
why
were-
you?
Ship and got a little magical tingle.
Hot knife feeling.
Yeah. So the seventh day, when the ship was supposed to arrive at the harbor, if you remember, you were told every. Oops. My map's going crazy. Every 7th day, the ship should arrive at HS14. Sorry. Let me update the map. There we go. So HS14, the ship's going to arrive every 7th day. So the morning of the 7th day, everyone felt a little more kind of peppy and just warm and like a sense of well-being. And that night at midnight, you all felt a kind of crushing fall from that high, and just like this searing knife pain in your brands, and also just like general kind of hangover-ish feeling of unwellness. So missing your dates are frowned upon.
I've got a week to tool around
Right.
until we get picked up again, potentially. Right? Potentially.
Theoretically,
Right.
yes.
Yeah. So it is the afternoon of the 8th day. We can say we've rested and start on the morning of the 9th day if everybody wants, or dawn. Just since we're coming back to this for so long.
Cool. I'd be cool with that.
Oops. Oh,
Do you have jobs for this?
I did not organize them. I kind of forgot about them, honestly, until just now.
I can volunteer to take notes again.
All right, lore keeper Z. Quartermaster Amadan, Wayfinder Zernak, and then Watch Captain can be Marty or John. Let's do that for today. Everyone remembers these resources. You just click the image, it takes you to whatever you need.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll try to refresh that as we're going in everybody's mind. Okay, so everyone's still good with going into the tower?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, where do I find the resources list again?
So on the home tab.
Yeah.
So for you, the equipment card is all of our current loot, up to date-ish, and so that's what you would be updating this round if we collect anything else.
Okay, I got it.
The compass is for if we're doing the travel events and we're doing the party actions. The quest scrolls, quest log, maps, map, field guide. Cannot get it to work. The time card takes you to the time slot. Reference takes you to I think just how to like general kind of the kind of rule summary you would see on like a dungeon master screen or something. The job tab is what you do for your job. Magic is how to cast a spell and also how to write spells in a grimoire. Just to kind of summarize it because it's a little complicated. And then spells are just a spell cheat sheet. And then the journal is a journal. All that goodness.
Cool.
Reading the notes, what's this about regenerating moss?
Regenerating moss?
Yeah, it says.
Okay, so that's reference to. You weren't here for that. So, that moss graffiti. So the party stopped the boat at this hill, and they climbed the hill, and there was these weird patterns of this kind of green moss on the wall, and they kind of tried to figure it out, and they figured that the shapes corresponded to the ancients' language. So whoever was originally on the island predating even the elves, and they did a translation, and they discovered that it was a recipe for how to use moss graffiti, which is a kind of like a paint on moss that regenerates if it's removed or damaged, and it pretty much just gathers like everything it needs from the air around itself, so it's pretty self-sustaining, and it lets you paint. And there's two recipes, one for I believe a glowing moss and one for just regular moss to kind of leave messages if you wanted to.
How hard
And
are they
so,
to make?
huh?
Or just how hard are the recipes?
It's not that hard. You just have to spend time gathering the resources, which they used up their first dose here. That's why there's words on all the statues, like literally Z wrote down where all the locations were. So like these notes are kind of on the map, like written on or near the various portals.
Cool.
So
Thank
that
you.
used up the first dose of the moss. All right, so let's go through each character really quick and just kind of who you are, what you look like, so it's fresher in everybody's mind.
I am Jahalal Yatur, the dwarf. I do carry a bow, and actually that's my best feature, even though we haven't gotten in combat yet in 6 episodes.
Oh, we kind of have.
Well,
Some have. I didn't participate.
All right, Ja.
I'm also
Zernak.
covered head to toe in fabrics, much like you would find in a desert where you're trying to avoid sunburn.
Okay, fair. Thank you.
Zernak mostly looks like a short human, but has unmistakable elfin features. Very clearly a slight individual, narrow, thin, arms looking almost emaciated. He has a wispy beard and wispy hair that's almost white. He also has narrow almond-like eyes and ears that at one point were pointed, except for that they have been clearly mutilated, leaving a more rounded but also more scarred shape. He wears very simple clothing, now partially made patchwork by the various things picked up across the island, but it's very clear that he has a background as a servant, more accurately, an indentured servant.
Okay. Thank you. Z?
Hi. As you may remember, I'm Zamifolia, Z for short. A sapling, stands over 6 feet tall, and looks like a tree. I think if you were walking in a forest and I was standing very still, you would be very surprised if I moved. I have a lot of little vines and bugs on me, and I was really hoping to get a crystal frog, but eluded me numerous times so far. And I've been known for leading the party on the as we travel, because I have a slight edge on moving through the forest.
Okay. Yeah, you're a scout. Okay. And then Sizgul.
Sizgul is a diminutive, dark-skinned little goblin who usually skulks around in a cloak with a hood pulled up so you can barely see anything except his beady little eyes under his cloak. He's sneaky. He doesn't talk much. He tends to be grumpy. Well, in theory, he's really good at stabbing things in the back and killing people, although other than that one mercy kill we did a while ago. Oh, man. I can't remember if we did that or not.
Yep, you did the mercy kill. You've been kind of Jaws' dirty left hand, just stabbed a few people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I have been a little stabby, but yeah, he's he can fight okay face to face, but he much prefers to like sneak around and stab somebody in the back. He's pretty good at that. He also says he'd be good with he'd be okay with a bow if we actually found one for him.
Nice. Okay. I like it. All right. Let's get you to our first map. So again, there was this tall 70 to 90 foot tall tower of blue stone with swirls of gold and white in it, and this is the second location you've dedicated from the place of ways to kind of explore in more depth. And there was a broken stone staircase of kind of fine white marble that the elves tend to use a lot, and white marble doors at the top, like this huge double door where the door is about 5 feet wide and then 10 feet tall, and one of those doors is broken in, and Jaw climbed up there. I think somebody like shot up a rope or something. Like there was a little bit of skill to get up there, and everyone was rolling really well.
It's like we built a net to catch Jaw as well.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. People were being crafty, so it was good. And so we were starting just when you climbed up there. A little retcon that you've all done this right after our little rest, and that's where we're going to start. Oops, I'm on the wrong map. Okay, so to get started, everyone has torches set on their bodies so you guys can see each other's lights as you move around. And then Sizgul, you have, as a goblin, dark vision, which I have set up better for you now. So basically you have no limit to how far you can see in the dark, just whatever would obstruct your vision. But if you're beyond either your own torchlight or your friend's torchlight, it's going to be black and white. So you'll probably see, by clicking on your token, that there's like a ring of color, and then beyond that, everything's kind of gray. Which I'll take a picture and in Discord somewhere and kind of see what he sees.
I cannot move my token, and I'm assuming that's because the game is still paused.
Yes.
Lovely. Oh.
Cool. Yes.
What's the plan?
Haven't decided yet.
I think we're looking for loot, basically.
That makes sense.
I think the plan is find valuable stuff,
Yep.
stab things that get in our way, try
Yep.
not to get killed.
Yep.
Sizgul, your sight won't give you away. I hate to ask, but do you think you should go first?
I
Yep.
suppose.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me find my character sheet again. I'm
So I
sorry.
put the
I'm
two screenshots of Vision in the general chat, just so everyone wants to see how it looks.
It does look cool.
Nice.
There are stairs on either side of us, so we can go up or down.
Yes. So yeah, let me explain that. So, here are the set of doors you came in. Obviously, I said there's 3 doors, not 2 doors, and then there's 2 doors in front of you. To either side of you are stairs that go up, and then ahead is an open room that looks like it has some sort of structures in it. It's pretty quiet. It seems like as soon as you kind of stepped into the tower, the outside jungle sounds faded away, and now you're just kind of hearing really nothing besides the sound of the rest of your party. And you get a feeling that there's kind of this cavernous space through these doors. One of the doors is down on the floor. Everything here is elvish marble and stone, but it looks like it's pretty old and the floor is getting cracked. You notice there are the trails that you guys noticed last session as well, of this like thin orange crystal that it's like basically like breaking like kind of like a thin like candy sheet or something. When you walk on it, it's pretty delicate. And stone that's under the orange crystal, or just anything really, is better maintained. Like where the orange crystal crosses that door that's on the floor that has a image of a elven lady kind of etched into it. There's paths where the orange crystal is and the metal is much brighter than where the crystal is not.
as if the crystal was like scouring it.
No, as a reverse, as if the crystal was preserving it.
Oh, okay. Is there a way to I can zoom in and out on this map? Is there a way to scroll it?
Yeah, you hold down the right click and drag.
Right click. Thanks.
Yeah, I was coming from other programs this morning, kind of like working in this, and it took me a while to figure out how to scroll.
Okay, so which way do we want to go?
Can we hear anything in this tower?
Right now, you can just hear kind of yourselves in like I said, a little bit of echo from this larger open space in front of you.
I don't know, should we work the perimeter? Pick a side and just start scooching around it? This is someone who can't see very far ahead of me, so let's go.
Good idea. Can I
So are the? I'm sorry, I think I missed part of the explanation. Are these stairs to the left and right of us?
Yeah, to the left and right of you, there are stairs going upwards, kind of into the walls of the tower itself, and then that doorway in front of you is open, and you can go through and into that larger space.
I'm hesitant to go up without seeing what's in this room first.
Sizgul, from your position, I'll just say, and you can kind of have shared this with the group already, but it looks like there's 2 block pile in front of you. That's kind of some kind of very, and just a lot of rubbish and debris, broken goods on the floor.
So all I can see right now, as far as I can see, is a lot of rubble and crap on the floor.
Okay, there's nothing else in there? Here, I'm gonna step in.
Nothing
that looks valuable or moving.
Yeah, so as long as you are just moving like a few squares at a time, you can pretty much move freely. Describe more as you move more. So as everyone kind of steps in, the torches are starting to light things up. Indeed, there are what looks like 2 long columns of stone, and then to the right and left of that are very tall, looks like stone walls at first, but you quickly realize they're some kind of dark basalt or obsidian shelves, and it looks like some sort of supplies or goods, but a lot of that has been ransacked it's nearly ankle deep by the door of what you're walking through. Somebody already kind of came in here and looted the whatever's closest to the door.
I suggest all of you stay here with your torches and let me walk back and forth just to peer down each of those corridors.
Incredible idea.
All right, so as
So-
Sizgul walks, you don't really hear any echoes because he is careful and soft-footed, but it's very silent in here, and significantly cooler than the outside jungle. Not uncomfortably cold, but definitely noticeable compared to the jungle's heat and humidity. And that's with this open to the elements for who knows how long. Sorry, Emiden, did you say something?
Right now I'm just looking down the central corridor here,
Okay.
and I tell people, so about how many squares can you guys see?
They can see 5 squares.
Yeah,
Five
not very
square,
much.
All right, so I can see, so
Oh man, you're in the dark.
Here, let me take a screenshot of this too. This is better.
each square is what? About 5 feet
Yeah.
or 10 feet?
Each square is 5 feet on this map, so
Okay, so I can see about 50 yards down this central corridor, and all I see is rubble, and it looks like there's a wall and a door at the far end here.
I don't like how narrow that sounds.
So I'm going to walk over to this next one and look down there, and that one, this one. Actually, I'm not gonna be shouting. Well, you're right next to me, so I'm not shouting. So
right.
I tell the tree, the person I think of as the tree lady. This corridor goes not quite as far, and there is a wall, and so on the map I see a little white dot at the bottom. Like, what do I actually see that as? Because I'm not sure what that white dot represents.
Okay, so that white dot is out of character, and you guys will see it as you get closer, but it's just a mark for a door. So the way the darkness occlusion kind of works is doors that are closed block sight until you open them, and then you guys can, like, your light and your sight will see through. So
Okay. Yeah, because I just wasn't sure if that means that Sizgul's seeing a door down there or not.
yeah, so you'll see a door, and if, like, you can see when I click on it, your vision can go into it.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so this corridor, there's a door at the end of it, and it also seems to open to the right into the next corridor. And now I'm just going to keep walking, and I'm not going to shout at them as I look at the corridors, but
Okay, so as you walk over, your feet kind of very lightly crunch on broken crystals on the ground. So once you get over to these side corridors, they're starting to get a lot clearer. That they're not broken down like those central shelving units. So I don't think I said, but these shelves are about 20 feet tall, and the ceiling's about 40 feet above you guys. So this is a pretty big space. But you can see that most of the shelves are empty, and there's kind of like just some rubbish left on these shelves.
some other what on the shelves?
Just some
Rubbish.
like rubbish, broken, like random debris.
Okay, so from where I'm standing, I don't actually see anything that looks interesting unless we do a more thorough inspection.
That's right.
All right. I'm going to try to move quietly as I crunch through the graph.
Why don't you give me a stealth roll?
I think I have stealth.
Or is that something else in this game? Right? Yeah, stealth.
I do have stealth, yes.
Okay, do you want to push that?
Sounds like you should.
Well, your choice.
No peer pressure.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna. We haven't actually seen anything moving yet. I'm not gonna push it right now when it
Okay.
seems like critical. I will pause and listen. I
Okay.
don't hear anything else moving or reacting.
You can roll for that if you want. Everyone can go ahead and give a roll. So one person rolls with a +3. So who wants to give a scout check?
Who has scouting?
I think
I
it's
do.
yeah. Sorry.
It's Marty or Z have the best scouts.
Can I do as I'm sitting here looking at these, this very unique building, can I do a lore roll to see if I recollect anything about this, or if that might have a section in the field guide?
You sure can.
Do I add anything to this roll?
Whoops,
Yeah, you
I
can do
didn't-
a re-roll with a +1. Oh, he already succeeded.
I didn't mean to roll that. I was just clicking on it to see if it gave me a description there.
Oh, okay, so that wasn't an episode.
There's a lot of really cool functionality in this foundry thing.
Yes.
Seems like I should be able to just look at the description without making a roll, though.
Yeah.
It's-
All right.
It's like the edit function, not the
Hmm.
little chat box.
Thank you.
Hold on. What am I doing?
Right, yeah. If you click the chat box, it posts the talent, and that apparently automatically rolls for it.
Were you trying to push? Marty, were you trying to push?
Am I adding anything to this roll? Did he already succeed on a roll? What are we doing?
So somebody can roll scout with a +3
Okay. Let me roll a
because
scout with a
everyone's
+3.
doing it together. But we'll just say you already succeeded. And then
Okay.
Okay.
That's mine with a +3.
and then lore already succeeded. So let me handle the lore. So you don't really remember anything like this in the field guide. It seems either writers never made it here or didn't write about it. And you can kind of tell from the craftsmanship of the building and your kind of general knowledge of elves that this is a very important site to the elves. Even as kind of old and worn as the stone appears to be, the original craftsmanship was amazing, and just like they obviously spent a lot of time on it, and it's some valuable site to them.
I'm going to crouch down while Sizgal is patrolling, doing the smart thing, being cautious. I'm going to, like an idiot, look down at this graven statue of the elven woman,
Okay.
see if she has any meaning to me, see if there's anything interesting there, and if she looks like the woman on the plane, the 50-foot statue woman.
Yes.
Cat.
Cat?
I've observed the cat.
Oh,
He's already.
I thought that's what you were saying. Her name was. I'm like, oh, you named the elvish lady. So it looking closely at this door, this is of course a 10-foot tall image, but you don't see any like tool marks or anything. Like somebody spent a long time perfecting this image, and it's kind of like this just 3D shape of this elven woman in like a fine gown, and again pretty risque as common with elven art, and her face like is so well detailed that you can tell it's the same person as a large statue, which we didn't hit in our recap, but you guys had figured out that I believe it was Lady Hedonia. Let me confirm that.
Sorceress
I think her-
Alistaria.
Oh no. Okay, so yes,
Sorry.
getting my elves mixed up. So sorceress Alistaria. Alright, I gotta fix my notes then. So yes, it's the same woman, and Z had kind of done some looking, and like, was this like kind of like the 50-foot statue? Was this like a worshipful thing? Like, why would somebody make a statue like this? and based on your knowledge of Elvish culture and everyone kind of like working together to think that through, like this is more like a display of her power. Like she's making a 50-foot tall statue of herself that's emanating some kind of power that empowers other mages. So it's more of like her showing off and displaying this to the world.
Gotcha.
So she's somehow involved with this site as well.
Thank you.
And then as for the scouting rules, very, very lightly, either something quiet or something very distant, you hear kind of like a few soft clicks, almost kind of like stone on stone or wood on wood.
Like what on wood?
Wood on wood, like just something too hard object kind of like clacking or clicking in the distance or quietly.
Canonically, I'm trying to merge with Jaw's shadow.
All right,
I really crouched down behind that door.
Where are these? Is this all of us hear this clicking sound?
yeah, I'll say all of you hear this because everyone's kind of like listening
On
together. So it
kegs.
sounds like if it's unless it's super quiet, it was on the far side of the structure from you.
Or spider the what? Sorry.
Far side of the tower from you all. So what's everyone doing now?
Oh.
Following the dwarf, he moved.
Bow,
Yeah.
I'm hiding behind Z.
bow drawn and notched.
Okay.
I am not a dwarf.
Correct.
Okay.
You see a beard.
Jaw's part dwarf, right?
I'm full dwarf. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir.
I will creep forward to look into the next space,
That cat,
Okay.
though.
and I have my sword out.
Okay. So again, this one is kind of similar. There's a few more things on the shelves further down, and also further down, even with just your kind of monochrome dark vision, you're getting the sense that there's like something like metallic or shiny, like some kind of lines that are catching what little light there is from your party and reflecting it back towards your special goblin eyes.
I will creep back to my companions and whisper something metallic and shiny down that corridor.
Okay.
After noticing Jaws pulling out his bow and arrow, I'm gonna also unsheath my dagger because that seems like a really good idea.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, are you just gonna kind of continue proceeding like that, Siskel? I can give you like a rundown if you're gonna look down every shelf like that.
Yeah, as long as I don't hear anything that's like coming towards me or see anything moving, I'm gonna, continue on.
Okay. So I'll say you can get enough to get like a peek down every one, and again, it's kind of more the same. The shelves that are further out from the center, the more things that are on the shelves, and also a few times far down on that second shelf here, that click's working, and then the very farthest shelf to the right of the map, you see that the glints of silver, and other than that, I mean, it looks kind of empty and deserted. You don't hear clicking again or anything like that.
I'd like to check out the glints of silver.
Yeah, so I'll come back and report to them and I'll say it looks like most of it's been looted. If we do a thorough inspection if possible, down the far end, we might find something of interest. And yes, there is on a couple of the corridors, there's something glinting that might be metallic and shiny. The clicking, for all we know, might come from something that's on the shelves.
I'll follow your guys' lead. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I'm a little interested in the shiny.
Shiny. All right, which one are you going to?
The nearer one was the one over on the left, right?
Where my indicator
Yeah.
is?
This corridor, yeah. I think the nearer one was down this corridor.
Should we just move together as a clump?
Sure. Clump it up.
I can't see it.
Possibly have somebody stay at the far end in case something comes emerging.
Fine.
So we don't get snuck up on and trapped.
Right.
I mean, I can go back to the door. I might run away. I'm not very violent.
Like a
Well, at
tree
least-
and just like plant myself. And
At least scream like a woman before you run away.
Oh, that I can assure you. Yes, I'll go back and guard the entrance.
all right.
All
Right.
genders
Actu-
could scream loudly when they are scared. Sir.
Also, though, I am actually a little. Oh, okay, bye.
The party's using the immensely wise strategy of splitting the party and moving on. Cool. All right.
Oh man, if you saw how my fucking players played in my D&D campaign, you'd be like,
Free for all.
what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Hey, I suggested be a clump.
I too am with the clump idea.
Okay. So as your clump starts to move down the shelving unit in question.
On the right one.
Yep, this one over here. So Sizgul, now that you're getting some lights with you, you see there are kind of lines of silver running down from the shelves on the far end.
Lines of silver.
Yeah, it's almost like it's molten silver has kind of dripped down from higher up on the shelving and solidified into lines.
Yeah, that was. I'm thinking maybe something melted.
Are you guys proceeding?
We might want to. Yes. Let's be cautious if something is melting silver.
Okay. As you guys get about halfway down, Z, you're starting to see beyond your vision, like the silver's kind of like catching light, even though you can't quite see that far. You see that something's like very reflective. So probably about 10 feet, or sorry, about 30 feet down. Yeah, you're starting to, yeah, so just hold there. Okay. All right, as you get that close, you see it is a spider web of silver,
Oh, no.
and you hear some soft clicks
No,
as
no,
little
no.
spiders appear out of nowhere around you.
Oh crap!
Fairies. No. Perceptibly slowly.
How big are
So they
they?
just kind of snap it. They're about a foot long, and they are kind of like this molten silver gold color, like this kind of yellowy silver. And they move very silently, but when they appeared from nothingness, they clicked into existence. So that was the sound you were hearing. And
That is the sound of an arrow coming out of my bow. And where are they? I've lost track of.
so yeah,
Can't
why don't you
see.
guys move? At least everyone kind of move closer to Z, because you were
Where's she?
theoretically moving the clump. Here, no, I'm with you.
Oh god, we're getting lost. Oh no.
Go? Okay.
Oh god.
You guys can move a little closer.
Yep.
As they appear, does your friend Zernak hear anything? Besides some Zernak, you hear 3 soft clicks in the distance.
Okay.
I hear any screams.
Screaming. Not me.
Nobody's delirium. Okay. Let me figure out how to.
I'm
do
walking
combat
away as best I
again. I've
can.
not done this thing in so long. Why don't we take a 5-minute break here, and let me remember how to even do combat in this thing, because it's been
That's fair.
a
You'll
while.
have to give us a refresher too, because
Yeah.
I've never done it, so it's gonna be great.
To be fair, we
you
haven't
all.
really done combat yet, so.
Yeah, not officially. Right.
But
there you go.
I think it makes so, and you'll pardon me, I know that it's boring when I talk about game mechanics. I think that it does something really smart in that it uses the base rolling mechanics as kind of how combat works. Like, it's not trying to teach you a new system the way like D&D or something. I forget how initiative works.
I
What do you
believe
mean?
initiative's
D&D's got like
initiative,
8
but I'll
mini
figure that
games in it. What's to not love?
That is worth loving. I grant you that. I totally allow that. That being said, the 8 mini games or however many are a little bit too much for some players. No, it absolutely worthwhile. Anyway, I'm shutting up. I know that's not fun.
You're good.
No, I mean, I don't mind. Yep, so see you at 9:10.
Yay.